everybody, it's Natalie D, and yes, it is the most wonderful time of the year, back to school. So today, for all you high schoolers out there, I got some real life advice from a fresh out of high school high schooler. Today, I will be giving advice for freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors for how to succeed in high school and have the best year ever. So, let's hop right in. And if you're not already subscribed, click this red subscribe button so you will not miss any more content on the Natalog. Alright, freshies, it's your turn. You're first. So I have a few pieces of advice for you. First thing you need to know. This is not middle school anymore. Middle school is over. Things are serious now because high school is the stepping stone to college, and it's time to start taking your grades and other things more seriously. Second, join some clubs and try new things because those A, look great on a college resume, and B, it's also great to get involved in your school and your community. Now, on the community note, do community service. Nothing is more fun and better to give back to the community than doing community service. It also looks great on a resume, and it would be a good way for you to know your hometown and make new friends and possibly even pick up a new job. Next, don't be scared. I know it seems scary. Like, I remember my first day of high school and I was just so scared and confused, and I had no reason to be because it really wasn't all that bad. I think I blew it out of proportion, but don't be scared. Even though the upperclassmen may look scary, they're really not. And another perk to joining all the clubs and doing community service, you may build friendships with some upperclassmen. And I tell you, nothing is cooler than being a freshman with senior friends because you're cooler than everybody else. So don't be afraid and hop right in. Sophomores, I have a word of warning for you. This is the last time high school will ever be easy. Sophomore year, for me at least, I coasted through. It was real nice. I had a nice time, except for Algebra 2 because that class was terrible. But aside from that, I had a nice time. So this is the last year of where it will actually be pretty easy for high school, and you can still kind of play around with your grades, not really be too serious because, it's sophomore year, no one really cares. But sophomore year is very important for the start of your looking towards college because junior year and senior year will fly by like that. And you need to start doing some research as to what you want to pursue in a career, which is why I suggest picking up this book. I'll link it down below in the description. It's the career book from DK, I guess. It says the graphic guide to finding the perfect job for you. And inside of it, it's fun. It's an infographic book, so there's little charts and pictures and things that show you all the careers. It has everything from buyers to medical professionals, people who work in the entertainment business. It's very comprehensive. It doesn't have literally every single career, but it's got firefighter, veterinarian, trader, management consultant, advertising, account executive, musician, fashion designer. What a coincidence. Jewelry designer, photographer, and it even has a step-by-step guide, I guess, for careers and getting jobs and things like that. So I highly recommend this book. It's really easy to read, and even if you don't want to be a firefighter, it's still interesting to learn about what they do. Next thing, sophomores, you're going to want to try to do is try to tailor your schedule to meet your needs. Essentially, you may not, if you go to a small private school like I did, you may not have all these different classes you can take. I had a wide variety, but I know public schools tend to have a lot more classes than private schools do. You should start taking electives that you really like, whether that's art or whether that's another science class, or whether you want to take an independent study. So start looking into things that you're really interested in. Oh, last thing, sophomores, you're going to want to try to take the ACT. I recommend doing the June one because you'll already have the sophomore knowledge to take the ACT or the SAT, depending on your area or what colleges you are going to eventually look into. Start taking it so you can gauge your I don't know, like how good you are at the test, or whether or not you need to look into getting some tutors, doing some studying, this, that, and the other. So if you take it sophomore year, you'll be ready for junior year when you need to seriously get on the ACT and make sure your scores are good. I regret to inform you that junior year sucks. It really does. Like, it was horrible. It was terrible. Classes were so hard, but I think maybe the reason that junior year sucked for me is because that I moved to a new school, so I was kind of acclimating to the new environment a little bit, making new friends, getting to know the teachers and all that, so that may have attributed to the suckage of junior year. But junior year is when things get serious. You need to make the best grades you've ever made. You need to be knocking your ACT out of the park. You need to make sure you're keeping up involvement in clubs and community service. You need to build relationships with your teachers, because you're going to need those teacher relationships for when you start applying for college. And you need to have some recommendations written. That's also another reason you should get involved in community service and clubs. More recommendations for you. Junior year, you should probably start looking even more in depth into a career and colleges. You should look, you can use your career book from sophomore year to narrow down and see, if you can see in mine, I have some green tabs with careers that I was interested in, and you should start researching those careers and seeing what universities are top of the line and which other universities have good programs and are very good for a good fit for you. Like, you don't need to go to a place that isn't a good fit for you, even though their program is great. If you don't like the campus life, you're not going to necessarily do very well in the school part. And college is coming, juniors. You need to be going on college tours. You need to talk to your college counselor at your school, because they are a great resource. And you also need to be looking into scholarships, because college is expensive. Very expensive. You have to buy books. You have to pay tuition. You have to travel if your college is very far away. Even if it's not very far away, there are travel expenses. Then in college, you'll also want to do fun things. And fun things cost money. So you're going to want to look into scholarships a lot too, because it will help. If you start looking now, by the time senior year rolls around, you won't be stressed out trying to find scholarships and you run out of deadlines. And in the description box, I'm going to link some places where you can find good scholarships, and also you can look at colleges and research more information about universities near you, or some that are a little bit further. And lastly, if you are up for it, juniors, you should take an AP class or two. Not only does that boost your college resume, but it can also make college a little bit easier for you if you do really well. I took AP courses my last 2 years of high school, and I didn't do too well on the exam. I made 3s, which aren't bad, but the college I'm going to, Marist College, doesn't accept 3s except for one class, AP Go. But you should start taking AP exams, so maybe you can bypass certain classes for freshmen or certain classes for the future. So I highly recommend AP. Seniors, congratulations, you made it to the end of high school. It is almost graduation time. I know you already got a countdown running, counting down the days, counting down the classes, counting down the minutes. But seniors, if you have not learned anything from my Natalie's Senior Year series, is that it flies. It really does. So senior year, I kind of recommend creating like a bucket list for yourself, no matter how many items it has on it. One of the things I also really recommend is trying a new activity, like getting involved in a new club, going to a different sporting event or school event you've never attended before, or even just talking to some new people, because after you graduate high school, those people in your class or in your grade, you may not ever see those people again after you graduate. I know social media is a thing and all, but you may not actually see them in person ever again. So you gotta really make it last, make it count, but do not slack off. Senior year is not easy. I don't know who told me that lie, but that is the biggest lie in the I've just never heard anything else. Senior year is not easy. college applications, graduation, prom, getting involved in, like, being a senior on teams and being a senior in, like, clubs, all this leadership stuff, not easy. So don't slack off because you feel like you got too much on your plate. Power through, because if you slack off, you will almost fail some classes. Yeah, I almost failed 2 or 3 classes, but I passed. I passed, but don't slack off. Even though it's senior year and you want to, like, have all the fun and make all the memories, do not forget about your classes. And I know you've probably heard this one like a million times, but do not start your applications late. Do your college applications super early. Common App opened on August 1st, I believe. If you have not started, I highly suggest that you go on there now and pick the college you want to apply for, and go ahead and start on the Common Application and look into the prompts to pick which prompt you want to write for and all that other stuff. Start on your college applications early. You will thank yourself and me for telling this to you later. Seniors, another thing, graduation is happening for you this year. So I highly suggest before senior year really starts, or when you have like a free moment or something, go ahead and make a list of everyone you want to send pictures and graduation invitations to. Even if it's some of your friends that go to other schools or underclassmen friends. Because by the time it's time for you to order your invites and take your senior pictures, it's already too wild to try to count them up while you're about to order them. So go ahead and have a list and a number in mind ahead of time so you won't order too many or too little photos. Because when I did it, I did not plan well at all. Like, I had too many invitations and then I didn't order enough pictures, so we had to take more pictures, and it was a mess. But it all worked out. But if you have it organized beforehand, it just saves the hassle later. But my biggest thing for seniors is work hard and play hard so you can have the best senior year ever. Alright everyone, thank you for joining me today for my high school success tips. I hope you can learn something from these and have the best 4 years of your life like I did. Even though high school can be challenging and it seems super boring, it's really fun and you'll look back on it and you'll love it, because I kind of miss high school a little bit. It's okay, but I'm excited to go to Marist College, like turn up, raise the roof. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, don't forget to love yourself, enjoy your life, and this is Natalie D logging out. See you next time.